Hey guys, it's Comedy Shorts Gamer here. Suck my wood. Ugh, ugh, ugh. I hate brushing my teeth and then eating sour Haribos. No, it's disgusting. Ow. Ah, Appa. Now, P45. You'll get a P45 from your employer when you stop working for them. There's a separate guide to P45S if you're an employer. Your P45 shows how much tax you've paid on your salary so far in the tax year, from the 6th of April to the 5th of April every year. A P45 has four parts: Part 1, Part 1A, Part 2, and Part 3. The employer sends details for Part 1 to HM Revenue and Customs, HMRC, and gives you the other parts. You give Part 2 and 3 to your new employer, to the Job Centre Plus if you're not working. Keep Part 1A for your own records. By law, your employer must give you a P45, ask them for one. You can check how much tax you've paid last year if you think you might be paid too much. Ah, if you get paid too much, you're gonna complain about it? Yeah, I don't think so, you morons. Like, how's that a thing? Literally on the government website, they think if you're getting paid too much, someone's gonna own up to it and be like, please take away my money. Here's more tax. Shut up, dickheads. If you don't have a P45, your new employer will need to work out how much tax you should be paying on your salary if you do not have a P45. For example, if you're starting your first job, you're starting on your second job, you cannot get your P45 from your previous employers. You You'll need to tell your new employer about things like other jobs you've had, any benefits you get, and if you have a student loan. They'll ask you to either fill out in a star checklist or give the information in another way. Your employer will use this information to work out your correct tax code before your first payday if you do not have a P45. Oh, so that's probably why you got taxed hella. Basically, because this is your first job, lie. Basically, they're uncertain on how much they should tax you because it's your first job and you haven't had a P45 before, and so they're taxing you extra just in case. So essentially, you're getting shagged. Oh, what's a P60? Your P60 shows the tax you've paid on your salary in the tax year. You get a separate P60 for each one of your jobs. If you're working for an employer on 5th of April, they must give you a P60. You must provide this by 31st of May on a paper electronically. You'll need your P60 to prove how much tax you've paid on your salary, for example, to claim back overpaid tax, to apply for tax credits as proof of your income if you apply for a loan or a mortgage. There's a P11. What's a P11? Your employer might give you a copy of your P11D if they used it to tell HM Revenue and Customs, HMRC, about your benefits in kind. For example, companies, cars, or interest-free loans. They do not have to do this, but they'll tell you how much each benefit is worth. There's a separate guide to get a P11D if you're an employer. You might not get a P11D if your employer takes the tax you earn off your own benefits out of your pay. Your employer will write to you and explain. Yeah, this is stinky. Ooh, there's a section for minimum wage. Accommodation rates. Accommodation provided by employer can be taken into account when calculating national minimum wage or national living wage. No other kind of company is such as food, a car, childcare vouchers counts towards minimum wage. The accommodation rates are reset in April each year. Current rate £8.39, weekly accommodation offset rate 60. Using the offset rate to work out the minimum wage if an employer charges more than the offset rate, the difference is taken off the worker's pay, which counts for national minimum wage or national living wage. This means the higher the accommodation charge, the lower work pay when calculating the minimum wage. If the accommodation charge is at or below the offset rate, it does not have an effect on the work pay. If the accommodation is free, the offset rate is added to the worker's pay. That's completely useless and I do not care about any of this.